The adventure continues this week on Ford Outfitters. The road beckoned, and we obliged. It took us places we dreamed of.
It just looks like big fish live right here.
But never thought we'd actually go. It wasn't always a smooth ride, but we stayed the course, and one thing became evident. The road always led to adventure.
Oh, there he goes!
This is a bucket list hunt for me.
4 expert sportsmen on a mission to find North America's top hunting and fishing outfitters. The ones that create the unforgettable adventures and bring us that trophy of a lifetime.
Totally stoked.
Each week, one member of our dream team hits the road in an F-Series truck in a search of the hardest working men and women in the outdoors. This is The Outfitters.
All a part about being the outfitter. Sometimes you just gotta hop in and do it all.
There's a mystique attached to the life of an outfitter.
My office is a really cool place. You know, my office is the water, and that's also my playground, so it's fantastic.
A romantic perception of a career spent playing in the outdoors.
I guide full time. Like this month, I think I had 2 days off. That's it.
Outfitters are often considered the lucky ones.
Like me, I can see that Danny is always running 9-0. It's 7 days a week, almost 24 hours a day. None of us get much sleep, but most of us, like Danny, are doing it because we absolutely love it.
Who live a rather stress-free existence in comparison to the populace entrenched in the rat race.
Scouting is a real important part of outfitting. What we'll do is we'll start scouting way ahead of time, although the most important scouting is right before the hunt starts, because everything here changes a lot. The food sources, the time of the year, the drought, we're getting a lot of rain, floods, changes everything, so you have to scout it right ahead of time.
In reality, an outfitter's workday surpasses that of most executives.
An average day here in hunting season is my crew's up at 3:30, catching horses, saddling horses, getting ready to go. Hunters get up about 4.
I'm looking for over easy people.
Have breakfast 4:30, and usually we're out of here between 4:30 and 5. We're horseback and getting out of here an hour and a half before daylight. They hunt pretty much all day. When they leave the camp, they usually don't get back here till maybe an hour after dark at nights. We have supper and go to bed. The boys put the stock away and get up and do it again tomorrow.
It takes a unique jack-of-all-trades individual, couple, or family to make it in this ultra-competitive business.
Bingo!
This is certainly no get-rich-quick scheme, but one thing's for certain, you can't beat the view from the office.
And I've done it for so long, it really isn't that hard anymore, because after 30-some years, it starts getting easier, I think.
Hunting and fishing are games with multiple variables, most of which are entirely out of our control. Chief among them, the weather. The animals don't always cooperate either, and oftentimes seem to be one step ahead at every turn.
No!
The Outfitters is brought to you by the 2015 Ford Super Duty. While Mother Nature certainly rules, the ability to persevere in the face of adversity is often the difference between success and failure.
It's beautiful. As you can see, it's spring here in Alabama. It's really thick. We can't see very far, so the pigs could get on us really quickly.
And sometimes we need a little help to dig deep.
Fred's pretty tough cookie. We eased on across the field in the rain, slipped in and got in position in that blind. We crawl in there and it just downpours. It starts just pouring rain.
The confidence and guidance of a professional.
He's nipping those seed heads off that grass like wild oats or something.
Armed with intimate local knowledge, can be all the reassurance we need to stay the course.
I'm waiting for my angle. I draw my bow. When I shot, I don't know what happened. It could have been a myriad of things.
He didn't know what hit him. He glanced off his back. Hey, don't give up yet. Oh, I'm not giving up. I'm irritated.
The rain was coming down. The clock was ticking. No, we thought we had missed the perfect opportunity. I mean, it was just a heartbreaker, really. But Fred kept it together and kept his chin up, and luck would have it, here came some more hogs.
I start to lift my bow, and John, he wants to see me get the biggest pig possible. And he's like,
Fred, wait on the big.
finally, the pig starts to turn and gives me almost a broadside shot.
She's down. Let's go look at a pig.
On the sheep hunt, we'll go up, it's really big country, it's a little over 20,000 acres, and the herds of sheep will move around a lot. So generally what we'll do is just drive and try to get the high vantage points. Today has been a little tougher than normal.
We're just driving, stop, no sheep. Drive, stop, no sheep. We'd hike some, no sheep. I mean, we were having a really tough time finding them. And it's fine if there's not one killed yet, but still see some.
I think eventually we cover enough ground, we'll find the herds, and you know, obviously everything's bedded down in the middle of the day anyway, so.
Perfect, that sounds great. So we got a little ways ahead of us.
It's about 45 minutes down.
Really?
Yeah.
From 7,000 feet elevation all the way down?
Yep. And you can really chew up brakes when you go down, so I try to use the engine a lot.
Yeah, well, if you press the hill descent control and tap the brakes one time,
Okay.
then you can go and it'll really save on your brakes.
Oh, wow.
See, it's engaged.
Well, that's handy. There's 3 rams up here. There's a night shooter.
Oh, good.
He's a big old ram. I think we can catch him. The ewes are kind of on watch, but if we go this way, I think we can get him.
Okay. So now the problem is we have to figure out how to belly crawl to get to a point where it's not so far away.
I think we can get to under 200 right up from this little berm.
Let's do that. Are we gonna make it to where we can actually pull off a shot?
He's all by himself. Got him. Nice shot. Good job. Obviously, there is some pressure as an outfitter. You always want to do the best you can for a guest, and we've run 100% opportunity, so I was definitely wanting to continue that. Nice.
And when the woods and waters do get the best of us,
Started to call a little bit, and he really didn't do anything.
Ian's taking the gobbler away. Should just called him back.
an experienced outfitter will remind us that the joy is in the journey, not the destination.
All right, should we head back?
I don't think we have a choice. Gobbler's used up all the darn time.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we've really been working the all-new 2015 Ford F-150 to get ready to elk hunt. I've hauled in my corrals, hauled in my horses, hauled in hay, and everything we need for camp. This is the Built Tough Field Test.
How do you want to approach it? You want me to bugle at him or cow call him? Or?
Let's go see if we hear him making any noise. I know he's gonna be hanging out in that same valley, so we'll give him a shot, see what he does. How's that? I've got the best job. Who doesn't want to test out a brand new truck? Well, on the Built Tough Field Test, we took it through some really rough country, off-road on my ranch.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah, man, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I say we head back to that same spot.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
We had it in four-wheel low, four-wheel high. We took it out to some areas where we use the GPS navigation system. And man, I'm gonna go start getting something ready to eat if you're hungry.
Sounds good.
We dropped breadcrumbs so we could figure out where we had been and where we wanted to come back to.
You know, in my experience, Fred, the further back you get, the better the hunting is.
That's a fact. The luckier you get, the farther you get.
Yeah, there you go.
I ran it up and down 15% grades. I took it over rocks and it performed flawlessly. And we went through a lot getting back in here. When you think about that road with a steep drop off on the right, think about the log we dug out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's things like that that have convinced me that this is the toughest F-150 yet.
Yep. And those are the kind of things that keep a lot of guys out of here. That's why we got it to ourselves. The proof's in the pack.
And the pan.
And the truck.
To see the full story, log on to thefordoutfitters.com.
Our team of experts has logged countless hours in the outdoors. They've been there and done that. But even the best players have a head coach.
There he comes, there he comes, there he comes.
When engaged in extreme challenges in unfamiliar territory, the right guy calling the shots is the most important component.
Take him, Haley, if you got a shot.
Of a successful game plan.
Good shot.
Talk about a dream team. When legendary bow hunter Fred Eichler set his sights on a gator, he called Danny Santangelo of Okeechobee Outfitters.
We should see lots of gators tonight.
Nighttime in the Everglades. A warm, quiet night. Perfect conditions as Danny and Fred go on the prowl.
As soon as we got out there on the water and turned the light on, there was eyeballs everywhere. Just ain't put the light on the right eyeball yet, but we're headed that way.
There's a ton of gators here. Now our issue is going to be trying to find the perfect gator that I want.
When we're cruising along there and I catch an eyeball that I think I really like that might be a big gator, I'll never shine him directly, just kind of shade the eyeball, keep him in the corner of my eyes, keep the light off him directly until I get right to him, and then I light him up for the hunter.
We're seeing gators all over the place. Everywhere we're going tonight, there's alligators. Look at the fish. That fish is as big as that alligator. And I keep waiting for the tap. That's what we had worked out, was the tap on the shoulder. That's so cool. Finally, I see Danny, and his eyes hit this one alligator, the spotlight does, and he's looking at it, and he starts kind of cruising toward it. As we're getting closer, Danny's kind of turning the boat a little bit, but still going towards the gator, and all of a sudden I feel the tap.
These alligators, just being a prehistoric animal, an alligator's got excellent eyesight. Their hearing is tremendous. They have smell. You just have to take everything you can to get on one. Well, we got up there to the north end and we were seeing a lot of eyeballs, but I seen one or two that just went down as soon as the light hit them. Usually that's a better gator. So I worked my way in that direction. And when we got up there and he popped back up, we just happened to be in the right spot. He showed himself.
Well, now it's like adrenaline just right into your system because I know this is the alligator. So I'm drawing my recurve back. This alligator starts to kind of take off. And again, everything's on you. All eyes. Danny's watching me. I'm watching the gator. And it's up to me to make this shot. Oh. Now, I know I've hit the alligator, but now the challenge is getting him in the boat. So I bring the alligator up close to the boat, and still you've got to be careful. Got him. Alligator hunting. A lot of people think of Disneyland. I think alligators. That is a beautiful alligator. Thank you again, man. Seriously.
Thank you.
Danny, I've had a blast.
Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, man. That's cool.
Consistent success on a fishery as diverse as the Great Lakes requires a dynamic outfitter.
Just getting the rods out, the ones we're going to use tonight. Some divers, some rigger rods, a couple planer board rods.
And seasoned Captain Conway Bowman knew the right skipper to call.
All right, here's a fish right here. Here.
There you go.
Same gig?
Yep, same thing. Let him run. Let him do his thing. Had beautiful weather tonight. Spoiled Conway big time. Fishing was outstanding. I mean, I didn't expect it to be that good, and I'm out there every day.
That is some serious bendo right there. Bendo!
Your arms tired?
No, man, I'm good.
As an outfitter, when you see people catching these big fish, that's what makes it cool to me.
There it is.
Oh, got a fish on right there.
It was nonstop fishing.
Okay, here he comes.
I would have a fish on, I'd get it to the boat. Oh my God.
All right, jump on that rod right there. There we go.
And all of a sudden the other rod would go off. So literally one fish after the other.
I'm gonna put him in the box and clean up this mess. You keep fighting that
Okay,
fish.
awesome, great.
All right.
Thanks, Lance. Man, we are in the honey hole, aren't we?
Very good right here.
Fishing ain't for sissies.
Ready to lift.
Ha! Another king
Good
salmon.
one.
Woo! On the down, oh, look at that, oh my God. Wow. The last half hour has been nonstop. And Lance is putting more rods out.
But that's what it's all about, you know, you gotta get them while the getting's good.
There's another one right here. Push on.
And let me tell you, the getting is good right now. Here we go again. Oh yeah, this is my limit, huh?
It's your limit.
Awesome. I limited out. Yee-hoo!
There's one.
Oh, we got another one.
Double!
Double bender!
Welcome to Lake Michigan. You know how long it's been since I've reeled one in? I only know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can teach you how to do it, but I don't know how to do it because I've lost the touch.
Yeah, it looks like you figured out how to do it. He's already in the boat and I'm still fighting him on.
I got fresh arms.
Yeah, no joke.
At the end of that day, I was pretty sore.
Got him.
It took quite a bit of effort to get those fish to the boat.
That's a nice one.
Because it just didn't stop.
Brother, that was spectacular. That was spectacular fishing.
Yep, it was a good day. It was a good day.
Coming up on The Outfitters,
Attaboy, Huntley!
an action-packed Oregon cast and blast for Huntley Ritter, and Haley Heath aims for the bucket list.
Thank you so much, Jack. I'm sure it's so bad.
Enter for your chance to win the official ride of The Outfitters, the all-new 2015 Ford F-150 with EcoBoost, or win one of 4 perfect weekend adventures designed by The Outfitters hosts. Call it what you will. The life list, the dream trip, or on our bucket list. Each of us harbors a particular adventure in our mind.
I love catfish.
Like a carrot dangling out there in front of us that we're constantly reaching for. When we do finally catch it, we better make sure we have all of our ducks in a row. And that starts with enlisting the proper help. In Oregon's renowned Klamath Basin, the team to enlist for the epic waterfowl adventure is versatile family operation Row Outfitters.
I can't think of a better way to make a living, being around great people and the outdoors. We get up before daylight a lot. It's just part of the job, and it's part of what we do. People miss so much. They miss all these sunrises. They miss the world waking up, the birds, the animals, just things that they aren't going to see if they're getting up an hour after daylight.
Go, go, go.
I wish I could explain it to them better, but unless they go out and experience it.
Yeah, nice work, guys.
They're not gonna see that.
Atta girl.
And that's part of one of the things that we get to do and show people is that sunrise.
I love it. Love it.
That part of the world that they've missed.
Go, go.
Scouted this area a lot, been watching the bird patterns. Even when I'm in another field, I know this property well enough that I can see where birds are headed and what direction they're doing, and when they disappear out of the skyline, I have a pretty good feel that they're landing in that field. So I would go and check, and sure enough,
Oh, honker, heavy.
the birds were where I thought they would be. Rule of thumb is scout the day before and go where they were the day before. So that's what we're doing.
Kill him, kill him, kill him. Attaboy, Huntley!
It's a really good area, and I mean, they're just right on top of us. We probably could have limited it out pretty quickly.
Clear, clear.
Which is typical, you know, if you have a good duck area, it's gonna go down, you know, normally really fast, that first shooting light. And I got a nice shot on a honker, and so, yeah, it's fun.
On her British Columbia dream hunt with Babine Guide Outfitters, Haley Heath heeded the old adage, listen to your guide. With such a vast hunting area in this game-rich country, Jack remains confident that it's just a matter of time until they find Haley a bull.
This is a real good block right here, a nice fresh block.
How old is it?
About 5 years old.
Oh, very cool. Pretty.
There's a moose right there. It's a bull. You're gonna take this one.
Okay.
I knew that it was going to come eventually because of us seeing so many moose already, that eventually he was going to have those birds come out of his mouth.
You see it right there?
So I grabbed my gun and my earplugs and everything and just jumped out and ran around there and got set up, and sure enough, put my sights on a really great bull.
Okay, take him. Reload again. You got him that time. Oh, he's stepping out. He'll give you a shot now. He's laying down. Yeah, that's a nice bull.
I'm shaking so bad. Oh my God. They are tough animals. I mean, I'm just wearing him out at 375. Oh my God, I'm shaking so bad. Yes, I just scored my first moose. This is a bucket list hunt for me. Oh my God, thank you so much, Jack. I'm shaking so bad.
It's a simple equation. To reach the ultimate goal, pair the best destination with the right local expert. Add a positive attitude, sprinkle in a dash of luck, and voila, success. Time and again, this season on The Outfitters, the formula worked.
Yeah! Down here they have all the animals. Back in North Carolina, they suck at animals.
Gregor, that's not the way to say it, is it?
Yes.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
Dusty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coming to you live from the Klamath River in Klamath Falls, Oregon.
Do you even remember who Billy Idol was?
Okay, give me the first part again.
I think I'm gonna scare him off.
Well, that might not work.
I think I'm gonna leave the moose calling up to you.
You know what? These catfish are built Ford tough, period.